Hi, Avneet.
Hi.
Thank you for coming to join us this afternoon.
Pleasure.
Don't mind, but I'd just like to ask you some questions
Sure.
about your recent appearance, and that was in the Anthony Horowitz
Yes.
play, A Handbag. Fantastic. So, when you first read the play, I mean, what were your immediate thoughts?
My immediate thoughts were, where is this set? Why are they there? Why are they doing this play if it's clear that most of them aren't interested in it? And I felt like the deeper we went, the more we understood our characters, the plays, where they are in the setting.
So it grabbed you right from the beginning. You
Yeah.
had so many questions, and obviously we've all got any answers, I suppose. Yeah, brilliant. So you were cast with the role Rose.
Yes, I was.
Okay, so did you think the casting worked?
I think the casting fit very well, especially for me, because I felt like I connected with Rose's stories quite a lot. Like, not in the sense that I murdered someone, not in that sense, but
Glad you said
yeah.
that.
But it's the fact that she acts so naive to the things around her, but she doesn't think the severity of what she's done actually was bad, and she doesn't understand why she's in the place she is in. And I also feel like that's also interesting because, in a way, I connect to that in the way that I'm sometimes innocent, I'm sometimes naive in the way I see things, and I don't understand why other people might think that's bad.
So you kind of saw yourself, a bit of you in her already when you was reading through. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so you were asked to play the character outside your comfort zone. So
Yes.
how did you feel about that?
I felt really calm about it because Rose wasn't overly out of my comfort zone, as I got to play her very close to how I would view myself, because because we've been told we were supposed to be on edge, we were supposed to be anxious, we were supposed to be paranoid. Most of the time, because I have anxiety, it's very, very paranoid, very on edge, 24/7 about everything. So I felt like didn't have to overstep too much out of the box because I can somewhat relate to what's happening.
So that made it a little bit easier for you then
Yeah.
while you were doing the play to then just have those movements, but also bring it out into yourself. So as much as that was a little bit easy for you, what was the most challenging part of the role for you?
The most challenging part for me was keeping the energy because along with myself and company member Soren and we had to start the play off with high energy. Otherwise, the rest of the cast wouldn't have the high energy throughout the entire play. And then we also end the play, so we've had to sustain that entire energy throughout the play, which I felt was really difficult. And as rehearsals went on, with constructive criticism and feedback from teachers and directors that we've had, we were able to keep that going and keep working on that. So it was,
You achieved it.
yeah.
So you found before you might have had certain dips in the play, but then all of a sudden, by having that feedback, then you could work it out and get that bit better. That's
Definitely.
brilliant, really good. Did you like your character?
I really liked my character in the sense of her personality, because she annoys certain characters like George, Irene, but she also understood other characters like Alan, but I felt like with Kinsey she didn't have that much of a connection, but there was like that kind of awareness about who she is, I think. But I also felt like that was also like a good bridge to build with the other characters, especially since they are all in the same place doing the same thing, and George wants them all to do the same thing and achieve the same goal, and I felt like that was something that as an actor I can connect to in a way.
And you
George.
said like the more that you annoyed people, the more I suppose the reaction was better for them to then give it back to you. So the acting worked both ways. Yeah, fantastic, good. How did you feel when you were presenting it to the audience?
I felt obviously really anxious at first in the first performance, but as soon as I got on stage, it was not bad. It got a bit of took me a bit of adjusting to kind of like get used to the people, or like having an audience there, because we've rehearsed it so many times without an audience, with a large audience of like.
So it made a difference having the audience there.
And I also felt like that was something that brought out more, because in the second performance there were bits that people found funny that we didn't think they would find funny, especially for me, because my character has a lot of funny lines and I didn't expect them to laugh at nearly every line.
Oh, it shows you obviously delivered it very well then, for them to then find it funny. Brilliant, really good. What was the actual biggest achievement of your Unit 8 FMP so far?
My biggest achievement? That's actually really hard. There's a lot of them.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Name a few.
There's a lot of achievements, especially with we're working with the cast. I felt like our movements as a group, when we had to transition through scenes, was really gone smoother. Our projection work was really good, and at certain moments where Alan tells us his backstory, we all have that moment, and I felt like we captured that moment really well, and I feel like that's something that most cast members, like cast, won't be able to ace that quickly. But we, as a company of 5, we just clicked. I think because we know each other very well.
Yeah, so having a special company of 5 and being small, but knowing each other is the most you could ever ask for, isn't it? Going to work every day and being happy. Brilliant, really good. If you used to play another role, come on, apart from your little Rose, who would you choose to play?
I would definitely have to say Alan, because his backstory is really, really interesting, and in a way it's one of the two of the like very sentimental moments in the entire play, and I felt like Alan as a character I could do a lot with if I got the chance.
Nice.
As I've never really had gotten the chance to play a character who doesn't care that much about things, but also he acts like he doesn't care because of his trauma, his own backstory, their own backstory.
Well, you never know. Next time you're on the big screen, you might see a different character in you altogether. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. Thank you.